Lovely day for a coffee. What? What this? Alright, I did just score this. It's a Kenwood surround sound amplifier with a preamp. Now, I actually have never had an amplifier with a preamp before. This cost me nothing. Best price, best deal in the world. I'm going to plug it in and make sure it works first. But not only did I get this receiver with a power amplifier, check this out. Also, this DALI center channel, which has got friggin' controls on the back. Never had something with had controls on the back before either. Okay, this thing's friggin' hefty. Alright, check out the drivers in it. Beautiful. Pretty much never been used. These aren't exactly cheap either. But wait, that's not all. Also, a set of these. Jamo d135 speakers. I don't have enough speakers in this joint, so let's have some more. This all didn't cost me a cent. But this way through a mate of mine, I got lucky. So these look in fantastic condition. These look like they haven't seen the light of day. They look like they haven't been used. I'll bring in and have a look. Just a slight little bit dusty. That is it. So yeah, they look good to me. Okay, you may be wondering, like, what am I going to do with this? I have millions of speakers, rah rah rah. True. I have gigantic ones out in the other shed, completely unusable in here. These are going to come in handy. Now, if you've seen my other videos, that jukebox that I set up when I watch TV with sound through the stereo over there, the jukebox runs through the stereo over there. These are the actual speakers that they're running through. Okay, so I'll zoom up here now. It's not those Wharfdales. They're my center present speakers. Those little tiny Samsungs is what the jukebox runs through and the TV runs through. Those other speakers, I think I'll get those Samsungs down. And those Jamos, I'll put them up there against the wall. One there, and one there. Alright, now first things first, let's just be sure. I'll plug this into power, turn the power on, and make sure we don't get any fire or smoke or anything like that. Let's see what happens. Ready? Alright, no fire, no smoke. Obviously no volume of any sort yet, because no speakers are plugged into it. Got some little lights on here. Now what about the power amp? Little red light. This little red light reminds me of, if you're my age, you'll remember Knight Rider. Knight Rider. The original Knight Rider kit. Woo, woo, woo. That looks like that. Alright. You got speakers A, speakers B. All your video inputs, great. Virtual, whatever, got to plug something in, plug some speakers in, make sure everything's working. There's actually, rather than just a volume, a loudness button, this actually has a loudness like volume up and down. That's weird, I haven't seen that before. Bass and treble control, obviously your master volume. I have not run, I've never had an amplifier that also runs with a preamp before. I know I've got a million amps over here. They're all amplifiers, they're not preamps. So this is going to be new. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I do need to upgrade the stereo outside. I think this is a little too good to be just sitting outside. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll think of something. That Pioneer, if you went back to my other videos, that Pioneer that I had out there, that surround system, that's in the shed. That's in the other shed. That's not outside anymore. Alright, I might plug these Jamos in, and I'll plug a phone in or something. We'll see what happens with audio wise. See if we get something. Man, I know it seems a bit nuts, but I get excited over this stuff, right? Amplifier, it's an older amplifier. It is surround, so you get your fronts, your centre, all that sort of shit. But I know it's weird. I get excited over this stuff. I really, really do. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire up. I found some speaker cable, and I'm going to wire up just to the amplifier, not the preamp. I said I haven't used the preamp before, so obviously, you know, it's got to run out of this to the preamp, out of the preamp to the speakers, obviously. I'm assuming so. I said I haven't done it before. Alright, so I'm going to wire this up, and we'll see what happens. See my last couple of videos? Did you not mind the gardening stuff? I still got a long way to go in that, out the backyard and with the growing of grass, but anyway, you don't mind it? It's just different stuff that I do. Yeah, that way. Alright, cue speeding up the video. Go! Plug in, we'll see what happens. I've got to have it put my bloody phone on charge because it's dying. Alright, so that's plugged in. Get some power happening. Now I think I plugged into video 1 just to test this. Alright, let's hope we get some sound. And YouTube, please don't shut me down. Oh, you bitch. Don't you hate that? It's because it's in the bloody cover. I've got to take it out of the cover so it'll play. Alright, we're out of the cover. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk over the top of this because I've already uploaded this video and YouTube blocked it because I'm playing an AC/DC song. So here I am just yakking over the top while I'm playing with the audio on this. At this point, I've already actually set up that amplifier and the preamp, so they're all being used, but I haven't mounted those Jamo speakers yet. Okay, I need to hurry up with what I'm doing here so I can stop talking, and so YouTube doesn't shut the videos down and block it. Are you done yet? Stop talking to the camera, idiot. Alright, I think, here we go. Okay, well I hope YouTube didn't just desensitize me or whatever and shut down because of a little bit of music. But anyway, that was friggin' loud, and these can take a punch, but there's no way I'd be able to, I probably couldn't push it much harder because I probably would destroy these. I had this amp, this goes from, what the hell is that, 1 to, what? 100, so let's say 1 to 10. I had it about there, I had about 2.5, and that was screaming. I just had a look at the back of the amp, and it's 200 watts. That could explain it. Now, this thing, the preamp, is 400 watts. I'd fizzle these out, I'd blow these within a second doing that. I do want to wire it and just test it, make sure it runs. This clearly runs. These Jamos sound fantastic, they sound great. I used to have Jamos, maybe 20 years ago. All my speakers with my home theatre, they were all Jamos. But then I ended up moving over to Paradigm, not so much out here. Well, actually, yes, my fronts are Paradigms. But yeah, I moved over to Paradigm, but I used to use Jamos. Man, this thing, I've got to find a use for this. This thing really screams. Alright, I'm going to plug into this. Now, I've got to work out how to do this because I haven't actually run preamps like this before. This is new to me. Some of you guys may have done this before, but I haven't. But I'm obviously going to have to be very careful on the volume. Otherwise, that's it. She's done. Party's over. But I just want to test it anyway. What do you think about it combined all up? Holy crap. That will be 600 watts. I think that's more juice than my big beefy Yamaha. Actually, it is. That's That's 180 watts per channel, the big friggin' flagship Yamaha I got. This thing's friggin' 600. Holy crap. Alright, I'll wire this up and we'll have a look, listen. Alright guys, this may be where I'm a little bit on the doofus goofy side, because I don't know what you run out of this into that, like where's the preamp out. The only pre-outs I can see for your fronts, your center and your rear. But being a preamp, well, I'm assuming fronts because this only takes speaker A and B. So I'm going to assume it's, say, front pre-out. The other alternative would be like a record out from where you have your inputs. So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead with the front pre-out into the preamp. Stop saying pre! Anyway, so we'll try that and see what happens, I guess. Alright, so that's what I've done. Pre-out, left and right on the fronts. Make sure that volume's down because I don't trust it. Okay. I've got the whole Night Rider thing going on there. I'll pick some song, hopefully I don't get shut down. Let's see, maybe that one. Alright, I've got nothing, which means I'm not sure. Clearly I'm not sure what I've done here. Alright, need to get back, come back and have a look at this. Okay, I'm still looking at the back of this, trying to figure this one out. But I read it wrong. It's not 200 watts, just this end, the receiver on its own. It's 280 watts. So this thing is nearly 300 friggin' watts. Obviously, you know, back in the day they made amps friggin' pound. This must have been expensive in its day, because 280 watts, man, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm still looking, trying to figure myself out. Alright, now I did finally got this working after changing a few plugs and leads over. There's a very intricate reason why it wasn't working. When you're wiring stuff up and it's not working, what you really need to do is make sure the friggin' leads are in good condition. Junk! That's all it was, dodgy leads. I didn't think I was doing something wrong, but anyway, it's working now. Alright, so I'll show you this thing working. So got the amp on, the preamp on, with a whole Night Rider thing going on. Get something playing. Just a little bit of the Cars. And I tell you what, the volume is a fuck all, so loud. Just using that preamp, like there's no way I could use that preamp with these speakers. I would need, if I really wanted to crank the hell out of this, I would have to go get my big beefy things. And even then, I think I might give them a run for their money because there's so much juice in this. So, yeah, first one I've been using a preamp. Alright, now comes the next problem. What am I going to use it for? I got to think of something. What I might do, I do need to upgrade the amp outside. Now, I might use the amp I'm using over here, that you can't see, that I'm running my center channel. I might put that out, because this is better, and I'll run this just using my center channel. So I'm going to use something as gutsy as this, just for a center channel. Speaking of which, let's check out that center channel, make sure it's working. Alright. Before I plug it in, this is something else that's a bit new to me. This little dial here, it says treble alteration. So you got low, what is that? Normal and high. Now I'll have to play around with that because that's new to me. So might see what the hell that does. All right. Yes, I know I'm running music through it, and the more so should be a movie for dialogue, but Just want to make sure the thing's working. Now, I actually looked this particular speaker up online to see how much they were selling for or whatever. Wow, $550 to $600 these things were going for. How's that? Alright, now I've got some music going, so... Okay, she's going. Alright, please don't shut me down, YouTube. I want to play with those little triggers at the back. We'll see if we hear something different. Yes, definitely. It went from being nice to being very, very crisp. So what do you know, the little dial in the back actually did something. It does do something. The only way I could tell if I wanted to, you know, use it like that would be to hook it up. I might end up using this center rather than the centers I've got over there. So I'll compare them and see what I prefer better. Alright guys, before we go, bring in a bit of a zoom in. I'll give you a closer look at you know, the front panel of these. And yeah, I did say in the last video, hopefully the next video will have something to do with an amplifier, and I could not foresee the fact that I was going to end up with yet another amplifier. But what do you know, it happened. Alright, bring in, we'll have a closer look. Okay, well, not much really to see with the preamp. That's pretty much it. You got speakers, A and B, a headphone socket, and power. Then the main amplifier. Most of these you guys have probably seen all this stuff before, but I tell you what, even though it's kind of old, I swear I think they used to make things better back in the day. But of course, you know, new amplifiers are a lot better now. But maybe they should make them these days with the same way these things look, because I like the way it looks. Alright guys, well that's it. Catch you on the next video. Probably have something to do with gardening. Anyway, I don't know. Alright, enjoy yourselves. Catch you later.